Hi, everyone, and welcome to It's All About the Alignment with me, Espen, and our beautiful, beautiful Julie Penton in the house. So good.
Woo woo.
Julie Penton in the house. So, welcome. So good to see you here,
Thank you,
Julie.
Espen.
And I
Thank you so
really looking
much.
forward for our expansion today. It's always feeling good to just relax and allow and listen to each other, right? So nice. So just feeling so good for feeling good.
Yeah,
So
so true. And I'm really super excited about what we're going to share today. How um, we never really planned, but we kind of touched on something
right?
to talk about. And then right before this live, we decided to do something else because you shared your beautiful narrative. And what an inspiration that was. So
Because
I'm excited to share this with our friends and our family.
it is exciting to share this. And then when we can start being playful and we can feel the energy of it, it's so fun. You can play it with your family, you can play it with friends, you can play it with anybody. And we start playing this game with each other. It's a wonderful imagination game of feeling good and better.
Yeah.
Moving in the direction toward funny feelings of excitement and yeah. So let's start.
So, what we're going to do is we're going to read out of this book, Getting into the Vortex, and we're going to start off on page 22. And but before we do that, we just wanted to share that we've talked about on our lives together about telling the story that you would like to um, experience based on the feelings that you would like to feel. And at Best Life Creation Society, we do that quite often. And the relevance of that is that we're creating the feeling that we're desiring, because when we're in that feel good space, um, it creates a momentum of feeling good, and in feeling good, um, there's appreciation, and in appreciation, the expansion on that is that's a momentum, and that momentum is rooted and grounded in love. And when you're in that space of love, that's what comes back to you, and you start to feel good about things that maybe you didn't feel so good about before. And when all that starts to happen, you start to create the things that you want and desire, not because you focused on them necessarily, but because you are feeling good, because you're in that place of appreciation and you are appreciating the things around you. And in that, all that beautiful momentum, that energy just feeds you. It envelops you. It surrounds you. It's inside of you. And in that, is expressed on the outward. And as that outward is expressed, the journey and the experiences cannot do anything other than give you those matching feelings, because we are in the law of attraction universe. And so, with that said, Espen, anything you'd like to add before I start reading?
It will be fun to experience this scripting part and to enjoy the process of it and just play it out and see where it goes because we don't know yet. But
Yes, we don't.
we will
Who knows? I
expand
might be
now and
flying.
see where it goes. It will be fun. It will be fun for everyone. I can feel that.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah. So, starting on page 22, it says, your world is gradually expanding, steadily growing and refreshing, while finding balance every step along the way. Well being is the dominant basis of all that is, of the universe, and of the physical planet upon which you now stand. Your planet spins in its orbit in proximity to other planets in a perfect and stable dance, because it is perpetually seeking and finding balance. Like all living beings, your earth is continually changing and expanding. Otherwise, it would cease to be. The stability of your earth exists because its change and expansion does not outstrip its ability to find balance. It is not only Earth's size and the laws of physics that are of enough significance to absorb the shock of any change, but also Earth's vibrational nature of well being. While your Earth appears to be a geological sphere of rock and soil and water held together by gravitational forces, it is so much more than that, for within every particle of Earth's substance is vibrational consciousness seeking individual balance.
Mm.
Consciousness aligning with a broader, non physical version of Earth's future. In the same way that a large ship outfitted with modern stabilizers sails largely unaffected in stormy seas, while earlier vessels, less well equipped, were buffered about. Your planet's evolution has guaranteed its stability. Your planet is not moving back to less stability. Even though the human inhabitants of planet Earth are often outside of their vortices, in a state of resisting their personal well being, the overwhelming consciousness of your planet in soil, in water, in flora and fauna is incrementally finding balance every step along the way. In time, as you relax and breathe your way into alignment with your source, you will be able to feel the dominant vibrational pulse of well being that permeates your earth and everything in it compromised of. Well being is the basis of all that is.
Mm. Wonderful.
I love the pause and the feeling of the words and the place of where they were written in that vibrational space of love and appreciation. And I love, Espen, how when when we're in that space, everything is alive and growing and moving forward. The trees are ever expanding in their most beautiful way, so lush and vibrant. I love how they give off that energy for the plants underneath them and around them. They give off that shade and they allow that dew to just kind of hover. And those small little seedlings and plants just can absorb all those nutrients in the air because the trees give off so um, much shade and gentle comforting. Um, and that's part of a narrative that I just said, even though in some places that's actually true, and in some that's materializing. But everything is first a vibrational experience, a vibrational manifestation coming together to form in this natural environment that we call living this life here on our planet. And
Mm.
what a beautiful experience that is. I love, Espen, how you and I come together and all those that are behind us, bringing this live together. There's so many people involved in what you and I are doing in this very moment. And those are all cooperative components of what we're seeing and experiencing right now. And that's how other evolutionary things that are happening in our particular world, along with our general universal world, things are coming together to create that desired feeling that we're wanting to feel. And you and I right now, like Jen is in the background doing so many things, putting so much together, sharing with people that we are on right now. And she's feeling that flow. And in her feeling that flow and us feeling that flow is felt to all those that are receiving the message. And it's going out and about, just out there. So beautiful. And as we're coming together and creating this beautiful feeling, we can walk on this feeling even after we end this live, because it's always flowing, always creating beautifully. After every call, and even on our Best Life member calls, I can feel that beautiful flow of well-being after we end the call. And I know you do too, all of us, because it's always flowing. Well-being is always flowing to us and always flowing from us, because it's who we are. In Espen, it's like when we come together, even when we visit Norway, and how you've shared and expressed the things that we will do. Feels so good, so fun.
We did already the scripting part in the morning, right? I now remember, like just like the best life flag there on the and
Yes.
the places and the sunset and all this. But that is all about that being, imagining the feeling of what you desire for, and but also to play out the energy, play, have fun. It's not about the seriousness. Like the serious must need this experience, because that's coming from a lack space. That's coming from a place of absence of what you want. But when you are playful, when you're having fun, when you're scripting the energy of what you want and feeling, desiring, and enjoying the process in your senses of feeling what you want to feel in that scripting, and playing it out, it's a wonderful thing.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I love when you because we went on your walk with you uh, by video, and you were showing us some things, and there was a poll, and you said, "Oh, yeah, we can put a Best Buy flag there." And the thing was, when you said it, I mean, it just came to you, and when you said it, we all felt this lovely feeling, and I could see, the wind blowing and the flag just, fluttering so ever so gently in the wind. And it made me think even of you know it's like, for me, what do flags represent, you know and just like the flag of our country, and I'm sure the flag of your country, when I see the flag of our country, it makes me feel good. I feel free. I feel freedom. And when I see the flag flowing in the air of our country, I can feel that freedom, and especially, the wind, and it's just blowing. And that's how I felt about the Best Life flag. It's like, oh yeah, I could see our logo of the world, the heart world, flowing in that gentle wind, that gentle breeze. And then it made me think of the flag of my company, Iconic Living Global, and I thought, oh, I love that too. I love a flag. And it just went on like that in my mind. And, playing it out, how the feeling of the flags feel for me. And I love the freedom of creating, the freedom that I feel to just expand and to express myself from a place of joy. It just, whether it's from the clothing that I wear, to the car that I drive, to wherever I live, wherever I'm going, the places I desire to see and experience and being with you in Norway and all my other friends. It just feels so beautiful. And those are what we call, um, for just to label it, scripts, stories, little short stories that you can tell yourself because it just feels good. And it all started from you seeing a pole in the ground, kind of tall up. Oh, it would be nice to see a best life flag. I love that.
And
And there
then
was
we,
nothing serious about it.
it's so fun. And
It
now
is.
it's like as you know, and this is the scripted part. As Espen speak with Jules, and Jules felt that like feeling of going to Norway, and she called up Jen and just like, "Hey Jen, you know, I feel for going to Norway. Do you want to join?" And Jen's like, "Yes." And then she was feeling the impulses to asking Scott, and it's like, "Hey Scott, do you want to join me? We're going to Norway." And it feels so good, and everyone felt so inspired. And then everyone calls everyone in the Best Life team, and then they just a lot of people just starting to share this. You know, oh, we want to go to Norway, and then it was full of people here in this place. Just like you had to read out all of those places around, but it felt so good, and the weather was beautiful, and it was shining outside, and it was silence on the water. It was just so beautiful, and it was green all over the place. It was in the warmest time, and it felt so good, and everyone just enjoying everyone. And then everyone come to the beach, was having a fire cracking and bathing, smiling and laughing and playing and just enjoying themselves, you know. And then you can play this out. Now your turn. Moving to the you know. And this is the
Yeah.
fun in scripting, because now I'm starting something. You're moving on to the
Well,
next.
you know, when you said the fire crackling, it made me think of s'mores, and making that kind of like cookie thing, that s'mores thing, because um, I was I was actually in Minnesota. I had never really tasted a s'more, and are you familiar with what they are, Espen?
What with
It's called a s'more. It's like a cookie slash candy, and so you take graham cracker and chocolate and marshmallow, and you put it in a fire, and you roast it, and you melt the chocolate and the marshmallow, and then you eat it. Well, you know, that's like, I guess, an American thing that you do, and I had never done that. And I was in Minnesota one time with some friends, and they do it all the time. So I had never seen it done in real life, only in movies and things like that. And so I saw them do it, and then I tasted it, and oh, so delicious. And so it's like an American pastime that people do for fun, with a outdoor fire. And so yeah, so it made me think when you were talking about the crackling of the fire, it made me think of s'mores, because it's just a fun thing to do, and everybody's laughing and doing it, and sometimes burning the marshmallow and stuff, and and it's just fun. So yeah, so um, that's good. It made me think of something really sweet in more than one way, I guess. Yeah,
And
yeah.
it was so funny then, Jules, because then Tracy and Don come. They had the cheesecake with them. and,
Yes.
and Don with all of this piece of art, and he was just like playing with the art of his art
Uh,
and showing the people around, and everyone was so
mm,
interested in looking at it. Look at the pieces of art he's making. He's so creative, and everyone feels so inspiring, and everyone feels so inspired by each other. And it was like a wholeness of inspiration in that vortex of where everyone stands in that
yeah.
energy all around there on the
Mm.
beach. You hear the wave just coming in, and it just like the soothing, smoothing sounds from waves that hitting um, the sand.
Oh,
A wonderful thing.
I
And then
love that.
it's like that flow of energy, just like
And when I think of the certain beaches, Tinica, um, just certain things she would say in our times of leveraging about sparkles and stuff, and it would inspire me to tell stories in our leveraging of creating things, and one of them was how the sand would sparkle. And so one day on Facebook, someone posted a photo of a beach, I think in Cyprus or something, and it had these different small pebbles on it, and they were different colors. One of the color was like the photo that Jen shared with us of the robin eggs. It was a beautiful blue and bluish green, and some of the colors were like a opal like and coral and different things, and it made me think of Tinica and all the sparkling um, energy that is around her. And then it made me think of great, um, and then and you sharing all of this about us being on the beach makes me think of all of that energy that is around us while we're all on the beach, and that is an amazing feeling to feel right now. And I can feel us expanding. And when you and I talk about the word expanding, we're talking about growing from the inside, and expressing our alignment and connecting with our vortex, which is who we truly are. And then that allowing um, of the things that we desire to come to us in such a beautiful way. And that is what we're doing even right now.
And it's open up the daydreaming part even more because you don't thinking about it. You're just like playing it up, like you get
Yes.
download and then just playing out. Like now when she's standing on the beach and uh, and a beautiful husband of Jen, Scott, was feeling for driving to the shop. And he always used to segment intending before he drive, and he's just sitting in the car, and I can see that he's very focused in the writing of segment intending. And then he drive few meters, 5 meters, and he stopped because he hit $1,000 bill. And
Love that.
pick it up,
It's like you when you found money yesterday.
and he just pick it up, and he just like that's for something, and then he just drive to the shop, and he buy all of this good organically food for everyone there,
Mm,
and everyone feeling so good, and
how lovely
but
is that?
and it's so fun because you can when you're starting with this thing, it's just sort of playing out, and then it's like
Yes.
then everyone just like suddenly just like feel for what will be our next adventure, oh, we go to Albania, to Kosovo, now we go back there, we're gonna enjoy our time here, so we stay here for a couple of days more, so but just like a beautiful adventure for moving forward and feeling good and feeling that allowingness, and everyone felt the same, and everyone allowed that energy to come through,
Mm,
and then it was this experience, and they live happily ever after. More to come.
and more to come. And that's so true. There's so much always more. So much always more. Espen, I have a friend that she started writing little snippets of stories about loved ones, family members and loved ones, and she put them in a notebook. And she would just write whenever it felt good about each individual person. And she either would incorporate things that they've shared that they would enjoy in their life, or she would just think of things that she thought was just apropos to them. And within time, and not very long at all, I mean, I think maybe even less than a month, some of those things, those people in her life she started to see them happening for them. And she would do it in the morning after waking, with her coffee sitting outside. And she was amazed at the power of these little snippets. And I loved hearing those stories from her. She shared with me because she thought were a little private, and she said, "I want to read some to you." And one of them was about me, and it made me cry. It was so beautiful, and so um, I just felt inspired to say that in case there's anyone listening and um, that may feel like even writing some of those stories down, even for yourself. She read one about herself to me, and it's beautiful. Um, it was just beautiful that she shared about how she saw them starting to come to pass. Yeah, very powerful. Very powerful.
All of these processes, I would say from the asking is given, like going through, what a wonderful experience it has been, and just like enhancing. I see my life experience has been expanding so much from this,
Mm,
from doing these processes. With all of this,
yeah.
wouldn't it be nice, segment intending, pre-paving,
Mm-hmm.
which thought feels better, and all of those processes is just enhancing to feeling good, to being in a space of feeling good. No matter what. You can always find an improvements in your feelings. And with this, the scripting part as we do now, I've been playing it out. I'm writing it in my book now, and I feel the energy. It's so playful. It is so fun. And I remember I used to tell stories to my brothers when I was when they was young, and it was so exciting. Different kind of stories then that type, but you just like with having this energy of playing out, having fun, feeling the excitement of it, feeling that it's like a novel, just like, or playing out with the energy or feeling the energy of that what you tell it, and we
Well,
can tell it that's so wonderful as we can. Our story can be so beautiful. We can tell it so beautiful. We can scripting it so wonderful. We can practice the vibration of our story so good that it can be a vibrational match and experience. It can come fast also. It's all about the vibrational match to it. So
well,
more we practice vibration, more and feeling the vibration, uh, easier it
yes.
comes in.
So, I want to travel internationally, and I hear a lot of stories that I would not want to experience in the traveling. And so I decided to start telling my own story. And my story of, I just love how I pull out my passport and I see that, it is up to date and it's ready to get stamped for the next place that I will be going. And how when I'm packing, I feel so good putting every piece of I was going to say furniture. That's odd. But every piece of clothing and whatever it is that I want to bring, putting it in that perfect suitcase. I love how my suitcases just are able to hold everything that I want to bring with ease and gentleness. I love how all of my clothing and accessories are just perfectly put together, that I attract them with ease and find everything that I want. And whatever it is that's not in my suitcases will be there readily available for me to either purchase or just to be there for me to enjoy when I get there. I love how when I go to the airport, how my Uber driver or whoever is bringing me there, how we have such a delightful drive. We have so much fun moments of sharing, whether we're joking or laughing, whether we're just enjoying just the drive. Even in silence, it doesn't matter because we're both enjoying our lives in that moment. I love how when I get out of the Uber, how my driver assists me with my luggage, and there's someone right there to take it for me and check it in. And my flight is just so perfect. And I am going to the airport, and everyone is just singing a song to themselves because they're so happy. They're having such a lovely day. And the people that I'm meeting while I'm standing there to go through TSA, we're just chatting um, about the excitement that we're feeling boarding our flight and enjoying each other, enjoying the flight, enjoying those that are assisting us in our flight. And I can just keep going like that. And so when I think about my international flying, that's what I start to think about. And that's the story that I start to share all the way up to my arrival at my destination of the country in which I want to enjoy, and how they have open arms for me, and I get to share that country in my life and enjoy the beautiful diversity, the newness, oh, and the learning. Oh, I can feel myself just welling up with tears as I'm sharing this with you, because to share someone else's culture, oh, I find that so exhilarating. And to see all the beautiful things, I can barely talk right now. I feel them so intently. Yeah. And that's what we call telling a story. That, and you see, I haven't left yet. And that's what we're talking about. Beautiful.
You see, feel the feeling of it before you have it, but feel the vibrational now, enjoying the process, and then it lines up. It always does.
Yeah.
It's all vibrational. It's so wonderful to know that, and to feel that energy. We can be so playful as we want it, as we want to be. The scripting part as we do now, it's just a wonderful experience of expanding imagination and daydreaming and all of that. Feel good feelings you have
Yeah.
in your pure source energy, and just like freely share that. And this
Yeah.
game, play with yourself alone. You can write it down in paper. You can play with families. You play with kids. Kids love like games like this.
Oh.
Kids love stories. Fun
Mm-hmm.
stories, really good stories. Tell them the most beautiful story, and they will be just standing there and just like, wow, and feeling so excited about themselves. It
Yeah.
is so wonderful, and it's just like this is energy, feel good that really take you to a place that you're meant to live happily ever after. And to be more in that space. You know, it's so
And
fun. So
and you really will live it.
yeah, and you will for sure, because vibrationally, when you share it with your excitement, with your feelings, and with your emotion, as you do now, Jules, that's the way things are coming to you in your experience. That's how things starting to take pieces. The universe fix all of this. Manager of the universe is just handing it over to you, pieces together, and then circumstances, situation changes, people, the right people come to you, and they're just like, I have something to you. You just like, oh, just like that, playing of the energy of it, and then you're having the experience of it not so long after. It don't have to be so long after, and that's the fun part as well, because more you are deliberate in this practice of this vibration, and you're being feeling better and better as you practice it, more to come. That's the expansion. That's the fun part. And then it just be more natural for you to feel this and to flow in this energy more and more and more.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Just processes, practicing those processes. It's all about that. It's just like practice a muscle. You practice a muscle, you get stronger. After a while, you get stronger and stronger and stronger. If you want to be having a fit and good body, you slightly, just start to move a little bit, and then after a while, you fit and strong, and still you can feel the energy of that before it happening also, and then you enjoying the journey. So it's all about alignment, isn't it? Just like his car.
Yes, so much. So we'd love for you to experience this beautiful way of creating. Oh,
could you try again?
There's Siri talking to me.
I'm not sure I understand.
Okay.
Okay, Siri. Thank you. But
See you later. Talking to you.
that's what I figured. That's what he said.
Pure loss energy. A little bit more monotone now, but it's okay. It's getting better and better as we're moving forward. Yes, it feels good right now. It's getting better.
So fun. Yeah. So those that are listening, friends, family, just have fun with this. Do this yourself. Yeah. You can share some stories in the comments if you'd like. Whatever you feel good doing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I like Siri. She's fun.
Well, my Siri is a guy.
Is a guy?
Yeah, my Siri is a guy.
I'm not sure. You know, I have a Siri too, but I'm not speaking. I'm not speaking so much to her now. But maybe I don't have too. So I get inspired.
My guy's very helpful.
Get inspired.
So fun. Yeah. So fun.
So good. So that's it for now. We all are on the leading edge, and there's more to come. So enjoy your moment, enjoy your day, and enjoy all that is now. And there's more to come. So thank you.
Until next week.
Until next week.
Bye, guys. Love you, Espen. Love you
Bye.
guys.
Love you guys.
Bye.
Adios.